Good morning, Joe. Mr. Kane, are you ready?
Yep.
Morning, Your Honor.
In the matter of People versus Isaac on 243390, appearances for the record.
And Kane, on behalf of Miss Isaac, we'd waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel. And as to bond judge, Miss Isaacs lived here in Saginaw her whole life. She does have schizophrenia, which she receives treatment and medication through CMH on this. She does appear to be living in kind of an in-care facility through the same, but she might have to figure out a new place to live because the alleged victim also lives in that home. She has no other pending cases, and she's not on probation or parole. Judge, we're asking for a reasonable bond today.
Pre-exam conference is set for June 18th at 9:30. Preliminary exam is set for June 24th at 2:15. This is going to be back in my courtroom. Since I am going to retain the case, I'll refer for a report and recommendation, and then indicate jail diversion for the jail reach out to the amount of health and have their jail diversion manager talk to her as well. All right. In the matter of People versus Althrop on 243391,
And Kane, on behalf of Mr. Gothrop, we'd enter a plea of, or we'd waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel. Judge, as to bond, Mr. Gothrop, he's lived here in Michigan his whole life. I did confirm the address that he's going to be staying at in Grand Rapids is not one that he shares with the alleged victim in this case. Mr. Gothrop, he has 3 children that he cares for. He has no other pending cases. He's not on probation or parole. Judge, we'd ask for a reasonable bond today.
People have filed a bond recommendation and where they've indicated a prior record, including home invasion, carrying concealed weapon, false report, felony, and let's see. So he's had probation violations as well.
Well, Judge, I did talk to Mr. Gothrop a little bit about that, and he agrees that he could benefit from this. He understands there's going to be no contact put in place either way. He does agree that he could benefit from no drugs and no alcohol, and is more than willing to do testing as condition of bond. The people didn't ask for anything else. Even the nature of this case. We ask that get taken into consideration.
Given it's a domestic violence case, given that Saginaw County is experiencing domestic violence case statistics that are double the national average, this has become a extreme health crisis to victims of domestic violence and intimate partner abuse. Bond will be set, given that also that he's indicated that I do have a Grand Rapids address based on prior record. Bond will be set at $5,000, cash surety 10%, no contact with the victim, with day reporting. In the matter of People versus Haney at 243375, appearances for the record.
And Kane, on behalf of Mr. Haney, we'd waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel. Judge, as to bond, I did go over the bond recommendation.
I'll refer to Office of Assigned Counsel. I want to give the court dates before going on the bond. Pre-exam is June 24 at 3:15. Preliminary exam is 7/1 at 2:15. That will be in front of Judge Hoffman. As to bond, please.
As the bond, Mr. Haney, he's currently employed as a tattoo artist where he owns a small business here on Hamilton Street. He's also a mentor in the HELP program, which serves underprivileged youth through the YMCA. You know, he has no other pending cases. He did tell me he's on probation right now here in Saginaw, but he's been keeping up with all his contacts, and he's been dropping clean as part of that probation. You know, Mr. Haney, he's got deep roots to the community. I don't believe he's a flight risk. We'd ask for a high PR bond with reasonable conditions or a reasonable bond today, Judge.
There is a bond recommendation filed by the people. With regard to paragraph 3, the people allege that the probability of conviction is very likely as the defendant was found with over $6,000 in cash on his person and cocaine, as well as scales, baggies, and were located inside of his residence. He is currently on parole, as they allege, and then they indicate prior record. I do see the probation violations. And also prior gun charges. The magistrate that signed the warrant indicated a $50,000 cash surety only bond, no firearms with more. Given that the court's review of the prior record, court's review of its files, and then in addition to the bond established by the magistrate, bond will be set at $50,000 cash surety only, with more, with all conditions of no firearms, no illegal controlled substances, no alcohol. In the matter of People versus Nevitt on 243374, appearances for the record.
And on behalf of Mr. Nevitt, we'd enter a plea of, well, we waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and Judge, we're ready to address bond when appropriate.
All right. Pre-exam conference is June 18th at 11:30. Preliminary exam is June 28th at 3 p.m. That will be in front of Judge Journs. Go ahead, ask the bond.
Judge, that's a bond. Mr. Nevitt's lived here in Saginaw his whole life. He attended Arthur Hill High School. He works at Next Tier Automation or Automotive, where he does manufacturing. I believe he makes steering wheels. He has 3 children that he currently cares for. He did tell me that he is on probation right now, but you know, he hasn't been in trouble since 2021. And he was very honest about his criminal history with me. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today.
I have him on a Swift and Sure violation. Are they holding him?
Judge, I didn't see that today. He did mention it a little bit, but we couldn't find any information on whether he's being held or not.
Let me note for the record, the bond recommendation has been filed in paragraph 2. The people allege defendant fled from the police in this instance and had a 15-year-old female in the vehicle who did not have pants or underwear on. Given the nature of the charges, given the information has come to the court's attention, given the prior record, given that I see probation violations, I see a charge of 2020 of assault with intent to great bodily harm, less than murder, domestic violence. I also see probation violation on case number 2046835 FH, and then 214879179 FH. And then, let's see, also receiving and concealing other R&Os, larceny. Bond will be set at $200,000 cash only. In the matter of People versus Perez, 243399, appearances for the record.
Dan King, on behalf of Mr. Perez, would waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and judge will ready to address bond when appropriate.
Winner, plea of not guilty, Office of Assigned Counsel. Pre-exam is set for June 24 at 3 p.m. Preliminary exam is July 1 at 2 p.m. That will be in front of Judge Hoffman. As to bond.
As the bond judge, Mr. Perez, he knows that he's got some very serious charges here today. I just say that he's a lifelong resident of Saginaw County. He currently works full-time at Heinz Lawn Care Service, excuse me. He has 3 kids that live with him, and he helps take care of his mom, who also lives with him. He has no other pending cases. He is on probation, but he's been keeping up with that, it seems. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today.
Does the agent, does he have a hold on him?
It didn't sound like that to me, Judge, based on what I could see from Mr. Perez.
Huh?
Did you talk to your agent?
Last time I talked to her was on Thursday, and everything is fine with her because, I report and I drop clean. I don't owe no restitution. I paid everything off, and everything's good with her.
Well, who is your agent? Who is that?
Miss Corley.
Oh.
I was technically supposed to be on probation. And
You reported to her on the 6th?
yes, sir.
You have not seen her since the 8th?
No.
So
No,
Ms.
I
Corley
do
is
not.
not aware of this charge, is that my understanding?
No, she's not. I don't think so. My mom's been trying to get a hold of her to let her know what happened. Unless I get out so I can go report to her in person and let her know what's going on.
Well, I imagine Ms. Corley is gonna be seeing you in the next few days. I imagine there's also a hold knowing or understanding Ms. Corley's approach and probation.
Well, there's no hold as of right now, Your Honor, I know.
So what I'm saying is, I don't think you're leaving anytime soon. Let me coordinate with Ms. Corley. I'll take it under advisement. All right. In the matter of 2 appearances for the record.
And Kane, on behalf of Mr. McCarroll, would waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and judge will ready to address bond when appropriate.
Court 1 is plea of not guilty, referred to Office of Assigned Counsel. I have a pre-exam conference on June 18th at 9:30. A preliminary exam set for June 24th at 2 p.m. That will be back in this courtroom. As to bond, please.
As to bond, Mr. McCarroll is going to be staying at a new address that I confirmed he doesn't share with the alleged victim in this complaint. He's going to be staying at 736 South 11th Street here in Saginaw, Michigan, zip code 48601. Mr. McCarroll works full-time at M&C Assembly in Detroit. He goes around to hardware stores like Lowe's and Menards, and they build the displays and things like that. When I asked him about it, he has no other pending cases. He's not on probation or parole. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today, Judge.
All right. Nature of the charges that come before the court is that defendant is charged with domestic violence. There is a third offense notice attached. It is labeled as, let's see. It's mislabeled on the register of action, but I do have a domestic violence Third offense notice attached based on prior convictions in 2013, 2014. Also, review of the court record shows 2022 and 23 prior DV cases that were filed with the alleged same victim. Given that domestic violence cases within the county of Saginaw are double the state and national averages, given that public health crisis exists with regard to intimate partner abuse within our community, given that the nature of the charges involves intimate partner abuse, court will set bond in the amount of $50,000, cash surety 10% with monitor on report, no contact with the victim. A lockdown will be included as well, with the exception of allowing to leave for work. No firearms, illegal controlled substances, or alcohol. In addition, defendant is to attend pretrial programming with CST counseling within 5 days of release. Should he fail to do that, this court will revoke bond immediately. The number to CST counseling for pretrial release, pretrial programming will be included. In the matter of People versus Terry Reed on 243403, appearances for the record.
Dan King on behalf of Mr. Reed. We'd waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and judge for ready to address bond when appropriate.
When a plea of not guilty, refer to the Office of Assigned Counsel. Ask the bond, please.
As the bond judge, I did confirm that the address that Mr. Reed's going to be staying at 1920 North Charles Street is not one that he shares with the alleged victim, who appears to be an ex-partner. Mr. Reed works full-time. Him and his dad have a family roofing business that they service throughout the kind of mid-Michigan area here. He did tell me he has one other thing going on. I believe it's a misdemeanor here in Saginaw, but he's not on probation or parole. Judge, we'd ask for a reasonable bond here today.
I have a matter on 223874, domestic violence. I also have a 24553 FY, receiving and concealing 1,000 to under 20,000, also larceny in a building. In regards, also there is a 223846 domestic violence. There is also a booking in 42622 domestic violence, 1222, 2019, 2 counts domestic violence. Let's see, in regulation and numerous retail frauds, operating while intoxicated, 829, 1017 domestic violence. Those are case filings that show on the face sheet. With regard to lien, I have a protective order. Appears to be filed 6/30/97, date of birth. Expiration of that protective order is 12/29/24. Appears also to be a different person than the named complainant in the present case. Given the nature of the charges involving intimate partner abuse, given the nature of numerous contacts with regard to intimate partner abuse issues, bond will be set at $7,500 cash surety. It does not qualify for a 10% bond. There will be a monitor on release, no contact with the victim, no firearms, no illegal controlled substances, no alcohol. Also, the defendant will have to attend pretrial programming with CT or CST counseling. Must make contact within 5 days of release. Should he fail to do that, bond will be revoked immediately. In regards to People versus Kylan Richardson on 243404 and 205048, with regard, before you make your appearance, on the 205048 is a training, failed to pay the booking fee. I assume there's no objection to 10 suspend on that.
Objection.
For the record.
Judge Dan Kane, on behalf of Mr. Richardson, we'd waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and judge, we're ready to address bond when appropriate.
Court will enter a plea of not guilty, Office of Assigned Counsel. With regard to bond.
With regard to bond, Judge, Mr. Richardson's going to be staying at a new address at 172022 Cherry Street here in Saginaw, Michigan, zip code 48601, which I did confirm he doesn't share with the alleged victim in this complaint. Mr. Richardson, he's works at GM in Lansing, and he's lived in the mid-Michigan area pretty much his whole life. He has nothing else going on, no other pending cases, and he's not on probation or parole. He was very honest with me about his criminal history, which includes another domestic violence, but is rather limited besides that. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today, Judge.
I have an outstanding bench warrant in Bay City. Is there a reason why that still remains?
I did not see that today, Judge, and Mr. Richardson wasn't aware of that either.
There is an in-state pickup. Maybe West Branch. Somewhere north. Double check the first, 7492, yep. 7492. Apparently he was traveling maybe on I-75, that'd be my guess. Looks like it's a traffic matter, although it still is a failure to appear. All right. Given that the defendant does have a failure to appear, given to ensure court appearance, bond will be set at $5,000, cash surety 10%. Given that also the defendant has a history of domestic violence cases, domestic violence is in Saginaw County is double the state and national average. Given this involves intimate partner abuse allegations, defendant will also have to attend CST counseling within 5 days of release. Should he not contact CST counseling and not participate within pretrial programming, bond will be immediately revoked. No firearms, no illegal controlled substances, no alcohol, and will be with day reporting. In the matter of People versus Sawville, 243382, appearances for the record.
And King, on behalf of Mr. Sawell, we'd waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and judge, we're ready to address bond when appropriate.
Court will enter plea of not guilty, Office of Assigned Counsel, pre-exam 6/24 at 3 p.m. Come to exam July 1st at 1:45. That's in front of Judge Hoffman. As to bond, please.
As to bond, Mr. Sawell, he's lived here in Saginaw his whole life. Or no, excuse me, Chesaning. He's lived in Chesaning his whole life. I got that confused. Michigan his whole life. He works full time at Resource Recycling. They build pallets that they sell to businesses, throughout mid-Michigan. He has one child who he takes care of full time. He does have some pending cases going on right now.
Let's do the drug test. That's all I want to know.
He did tell me that he, would drop clean today. So when I asked him, We'd ask for a reasonable bond today.
What's the pending matters?
Looks like it's for larceny and for drugs.
Meth?
Uh,
Mr.
no, it's
Clark,
drugs. Sure.
I'm gonna have you drop today. How are you gonna test? Because if you let me know, I can craft a bond. If I find out that there's some pharmaceuticals or some homemade substances that that were created that may be floating through your bloodstream, then you'll be held until some future date until we get to you, which sometimes the jail loses you. Let me ask the question so it can help your memory. How are you drug tested today?
Honestly, the only thing that would show up in my system, Your Honor, is THC, which would be for marijuana.
Yeah, you prefaced it with honestly. Why should I doubt that what you tell me is true?
Because I would do a test.
Oh, I know you're gonna do a test. I just wanna make sure I know what's in your system.
That's why I'm saying I'd be willing to take a drug test for you, so you would know.
All right.
Your Honor.
Verified. Take under advisement, jail, if you could drug test them and get the results back so we can determine what's flow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. In the matter of versus Williams, on call number 2022317 and 2618883. Appearances for the record.
Dan Kane on behalf of Miss Williams. We'd waive the reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel. And Judge, well, we'll take them in whatever order the court wishes to, but we're ready to address bond when appropriate.
So I'm gonna, on the retail fraud, I'll recall the bench warrant that was just a failure to appear for arraignment, so we'll enter a plea of not guilty. Also assigned counsel on file number 224883. Court entered plea of not guilty, also assigned counsel. Pre-exam is June 24 at 3 p.m. Preliminary exam is July 1st at 1:30. That also is in front of Judge Hoffman with regard to ticket number ending in 317. Recall bench warrant on the failure to appear for arraignment. Enter plea of not guilty, also assigned counsel. Do a PR bond on the tickets. As to bond on the other files.
As to bond, Judge, Miss Williams, she has her own business in Pontiac, Michigan, where she builds custom doll houses. And she owns her own business. She has 5 children, one who lives full time with her. Miss Williams also told me that she also was recently diagnosed with colon cancer and got a pump, I guess, placed last week so she can start her chemo treatments. She doesn't have any other pending cases. She does know that she's got a lot of traffic matters and some other things going on, and that she failed to come to court a couple times. But she has had a pretty rough time with this new diagnosis and having a lot of trouble. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today, Judge.
Yeah, she has a statewide pickup out of Bay City. Miss Williams, how are you going to drug test today?
Yes. I'm sorry.
How are you going to drug test today?
I'm going to drug test fine today.
And when you define fine, could you let me know, does that mean you're going to test positive for a substance or negative for a substance?
Negative.
Okay. The bench warrant that's outstanding out of Bay City is for a narcotic charge under 25 grams. Is that correct?
Honestly, Judge, I really don't know what that is out of Bay City.
That's what I'm showing.
I don't know what that is out of Bay City. I know I have traffic tickets in Bay City, but
Oh,
I don't recall it.
Possession of narcotic under 25 grams. There is also, you're correct, there is also a driving while license suspended.
I don't recall that.
The jail medical, look at you when you came in?
I'm sorry, I can't hear, understand.
Did jail medical look at you when you first came into jail?
Yes, they did.
All right. So you have that, they're gonna have to call Bay City to see if Bay City's gonna come down and pick you up or Saginow's gonna transport you. There is, like I said, a statewide hold.
Okay.
Let me do this. Jail, can we, drop, Miss Williams as well? Take bonds under advisement. Anything else?
Nothing further, Judge.